Hello everyone. So I wanted to get on my favorite decks of 2020. I had one video already like made basically, but I don't know, I changed my mind a lot. So I was like, why don't I just wait until 2020 is over and then I can like actually do a count. And like if I'm doing like spicy readings, I generally try to take photos of them so I can remember just for like my own purposes, interpretation purposes, for future reference, that sort of thing, just so I can like improve on how I'm doing or whatever. So I looked through all of those and then I kind of decided from there like which decks came up more in photos and whatnot, what I was going to be doing. And I kind of have an honorary one because I just love the art so much, but wasn't originally meant for tarot, and I think that's why it's in a liminal space right now. But anyway, moving on from that. This is not in any like particular order. I'm just kind of like doing what I feel. So the first deck that I'm really in love with is the traditional Manga deck. I think it's really amazing, really cute. I have the book right here. I had been watching it for a while because I already had the Mystical Manga Tarot. And I really like that. I love this style of art. So I thought this would be like a good idea or whatever. Just want to make sure you can see it. Yeah. And I don't know. They're reverses because obviously I use these decks. I like love these decks. I literally just uploaded readings, I think, using this deck. So yeah, I just love it. I think the art is very pretty. It definitely is like a RWS clone. So it's a very good starter deck if that's something that you're wanting to get into. I wouldn't say the booklet is the best for starters. I don't even think they have reversed. I know a lot of people say people shouldn't be doing reverse in the beginning anyway, but I'm kind of like, go for it. But yeah, see, like, I wouldn't say the definitions are like a great, but one of the wonderful things about tarot is it's literally been around since like the 14th century at least. So you can get pretty decent free definitions outside of just like what these books provide. The next deck I have is the Alsharinga deck. It's technically for a dream interpretation or anamancy. I use it just in general. Again, I don't know. I really think, so I definitely feel that like my decks have different personalities. I know for a fact that if I want to have my heart ripped apart, I should use like my Orion deck or crap. It's like really, I can't remember the name of it, but it's like very pop art-y, I guess. And it's very gorgeous. A lot of people liked it. It has 4 different lovers. 2 are straight. No, 1 is straight, one is one is a straight couple, one is a non-binary couple, and the rest are gay couples. I just can't. Star Spinner. I want to say the Star Spinner one. My Star Spinner deck will read me for filth, literally throw my wig into orbit. It's just not cute. How did I even get, oh right, so like I don't really base it on personality because I'm shallow. I'm more so in just the art and a little bit if it's an oracle deck about like what the keywords are or what the meanings of the cards are, because I definitely think that when you have oracle decks, it's really helpful to have a variety of different lenses. I guess that's kind of how I view oracle decks. I like kind of focus in on certain things that maybe tarot can be a little too vague for. And again, I use this one, so I actually don't know why that was reversed because I don't riffle shuffle this, but I just find this deck to be really beautiful. I'm pretty sure you can still get this on Etsy if you just look it up. I don't know if they're still doing this, but I have 2 different guidebooks. One guidebook is, I guess it has some typos in it. The other guidebook, I guess, doesn't. I don't know which is which. It doesn't like say good or bad. I just know that one is typo-y and the other is not. I haven't really taken the time, I guess, to investigate which is which. Yeah, I love the backs too, by the way. I don't know, I didn't show you the backs of the traditional tarot, but I just feel like the backs for this are really cool. I don't know. This is by, the conceptual idea is by Stephanie Aliyah, and the illustrations are by Daniela If. I can't pronounce, I'm sure I could pronounce it, but I don't know how to from that phonetically. And then it has some Greek here. And I can read Greek, but homegirl, I don't understand any of it. I can just read the alphabet. But yeah, no idea what that says. I'm sure I could Google it if I wanted. And then the next deck I have is the Modern Witch Tarot by Lisa Sturell. Probably butchered that. Sorry if I did. Here is the deck. I don't know why it's like this right now. I'm assuming this is like a shuffling mishap. I don't know if you can tell, but like the backs, both sided backs, which isn't what we're looking for right now. Okay. So that big box. So I really love this deck. I just love it for, it's another like Rider-Waite clone, but it's like very diverse and very modern. And I find I'm very interested in that. A lot of the times I still love it to be like, you know, fantastical, but I love, you know, little cyberpunk vibe or whatever, which really leads into the next deck I'm going to show. But yeah, I love this deck. It's really amazing. I think I only read with this deck for like a solid month. That's kind of a sign of the decks I'm choosing. It's generally like the ones that I would literally only read with for like a prolonged period of time. Then my next baby is the Neon Moon Tarot by Pixel Occult. This is currently my only deck that I have from them. I should get more, to be honest. I love their decks. I just feel like they have a very like dark vibe. And I have a lot of, actually maybe I don't have a lot of darker tarot cards, but I don't know. I just like see the Nine of Arms, for example, is pretty visceral, I would say. I wouldn't recommend this for someone who's new just because arms are swords. Yeah, Zent is pentacles, wires is wands, and vials are cups. So I think that kind of change, it makes it a little spicy. But yeah, I really love this deck. I find it gorgeous. I love the vibes. I love the energy. I find it to be very helpful for me. I really want to get the new deck that they had. I literally almost backed it on Kickstarter, but I decided that like wasn't the time for it, you know, saving money and all that jazz. But yeah, I don't know, the Six of Arms, for example, is like first place, you know. I just love it. I just love how this is like centered in a possible future for us, but it's still like our future. It's not something that's perhaps an alternate timeline or like a parallel universe or something. This is centered on us. And I kind of like this booklet. It has you know, upright, inverted, and it generally, I thought it did, yeah, some of them, I guess not all of them do, but some of them have cute little blurps or whatever. That are supposed to give you like more information. So I really like that. I like this box as well. I feel like I could take this with me and my cards wouldn't get damaged. Like, I feel like this is the deck I would have to take with me to the apocalypse, just because it's either this one or the next one I'm going to show, just based on durability, basically. All right, so I feel like this is also a super durable deck, the Children of Lithuania Tarot. This will be my fifth and last deck that I'm showing. I really love this deck. It's rose petal finish. Some people aren't a fan of that. Some people are. I just think it's really difficult. You have to like break them in, basically. You have to like shuffling them in the beginning is difficult just because of how sturdy the material is. Which is why, again, this would be like an apocalypse deck, you know, like I could take this with me. I feel like this could get wet and she'd still be fine. Get some toxic waste on her and she'd still be okay, you know, like something to pass down to the mutant babies, all that jazz. I don't know why I got on that timeline. I don't know. Train of thought, there you go. I also love that the characters, unless they are a court card, are pretty anthropomorphic, I think is the word. They're either anthropomorphic or they're like just straight up animals. So like the I would say the majors are anthropomorphic. I think this is like the most human like, and that's, yeah. And And then the aces are also people. I don't know. They don't seem people-like. But I would say, like, the court cards are the only ones where you have, like, just straight up, like, these are humans. The rest are generally animals. And then the majors are, like, you know, inhuman humans or whatever. And I love it. I love this deck. I think this art is beautiful. I feel like this is the lighter version of the Manga Tarot. And I'm kind of interested just to see what they would be like to do a reading with them both. I don't know, I find the concept to be interesting because I feel like the Manga Tarot has a very similar art style, but it's just lighter, if that makes sense. And then I really love the guidebook for this. They have cute little blurbs here that I think they all rhyme, like, submit, surrender, and drown in repose. Within us is a fear each one of us knows. Change, transform, transcend at my will. To struggle is to suffer, so relax and be still. I will take your burdens and cast them aside until only you remain and all else has died. I know that was pretty dark, but it was the death card, so it's fitting. I don't know, I love this deck all around. I haven't been using it as often. It's just kind of gotten supplemented by other new decks that I've gotten, and I'm just trying to give, like, equal time or whatever. But yeah, now we have our honorary mention, the Empress Tarot, Adventurers Tarot, the Empress deck, sorry. This is originally supposed to be for role-playing games, I think specifically Dungeons & Dragons, and because of that, they have the worst frick-fracking guidebook I've ever seen. No offense to these people. Again, this was not what it was intended for originally, but the art is beautiful. It has gold inlay. They have, the majors are, for the majority, all doubled, except for 3, I think. And the double, like, one is like this, you know, this color scheme. The other is this color scheme. So it's like inversion of colors, which I find, like, really cool. This deck is super thick. I have big hands and it's still, like, I have to, like, try to get my hands around it. It's like 100-something cards. I don't know if it says on here. 103. Yeah, so it's 103 cards. I don't know. Thick as heck. Beautiful art. Beautiful, beautiful art. But I'm literally creating my own guidebook for this. And I don't know. I feel like that's kind of spicy when you buy a deck. But also, with the role-playing edge, I almost wonder if it was purposeful for them. But that's literally the only reason that it's not included. It probably would have kicked out one of my decks. It's just, like, for me right now, it's not really usable because I have to have meanings for my cards, and I don't know. I know a lot of people are going to say use intuition for a lot of it, and for some of them you can, but let's see if I can find, yeah. 4 of adversaries. You know, I'm not 3. It's just a skull, so you could, like, well, an enemy's coming, but you want more information than that, you know, like 3 of monstrosities, 4 of celestials. And, like, there are multiples of those cards because, again, if you know, like, you need those for encounters, you know. You need multiple adversaries if you are just doing general, and you need, like, a general, I guess, card to use for adversaries rather than, like, monsters or whatever designation you're fighting against is. If that made sense. I feel like I kind of rambled. But yeah, I love it. I love it for what it is, but it's just an honorary mention, I guess, because of that. So if you saw any decks that you have, or, like, I don't know, that you're interested in, let me know. I'm literally obsessed with other people's YouTube channels. I watch them, like, all the time to be able to find new decks that maybe I'd be interested in that I couldn't find myself. And yeah, I'm hopeful that I can do the same for others.